Good afternoon and welcome back to Cooking with Mama Sue. I just want to tell you that I appreciate all the ones who were concerned when I hadn't videoed in a few days, but my husband and I went to Louisiana to visit our son and his family, and we did get to do a little video on making homemade soup with the granddaughters, some of the granddaughters. But today I've had some people, more than one, to ask me, how do I make homemade biscuits? Now I'm going to tell you, everybody probably makes their biscuits differently. My mother-in-law could make biscuits in her sleep probably, and she kept a flour bowl and she kept flour in it all the time, and she would just make enough in the center and the rest of that flour would be there for the next time she made them. I've made them several different ways, but I think this may be my favorite way. And I have a feeling some of you are going to be saying, oh, I don't want to do it that way, and that's okay. You don't have to do it the same way, but this is how I do it. First of all, you take 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now, this is where everybody's going to say, oh, I don't think I want to do this. I measured a tablespoon of sugar. I just put that in there. I'm going to mix that all together. I've just got a little wax paper under here. But after I kind of get that sugar mixed in that self-rising flour, then you take 4 tablespoons of butter. And you know, on a stick of butter, it shows you where the each tablespoon is. And it says to keep it very cold until it's time to use it. And then if you've got a pastry cutter, you just use that and just kind of incorporate it in there. And when this is all finished, I'll put another tablespoon. It's going to resemble just real, probably cornmeal, a little thicker, but a lot of people use shortening, and I have made it with shortening. But I just like the butter. This is the way that I'm liking it now, so this is what I'm using. 4 tablespoons of butter in here, and you've just got to use a pastry cutter or a fork. And it would be a lot easier if we could have it soft. But you got to have cold butter to do this. So I'm down to my last of my 4 tablespoons of butter. Let me just tell you a little bit about me while I'm doing this, because it's going to take just a little bit to do this. I'm a retired school teacher. I taught elementary school here in Alabama. I'm from Central Alabama. A lot of people say, where are you from? I live in the country, about 30 miles south of Birmingham. Lived here all my life. I married my high school sweetheart. We've been married 48 years. We have 2 children and 8 grandchildren, and gonna have our 9th one in December. Our daughter lives here. She and her husband and 3 boys live fairly close. Our son and his wife and family live in Louisiana. We don't get to see them quite as often as we would like. But anyway, I'm a mighty blessed person. Like I said, I taught elementary school for 20 years. I was an assistant principal the last 3 years that I worked, and just blessed is all I can say. If you hear that beeping, my dishwasher was on, and I thought, oh, they're not going to be able to hear me over the dishwasher, so I've paused it, and it keeps beeping. But you see, it's just kind of crumbly a little bit, but that's okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do all we've had so far is 2 cups of self-rising flour, a tablespoon of sugar, and 4 tablespoons of butter. Then we're going to put, this is sweet milk. A lot of people make their biscuits with buttermilk. That's okay if you want to do it. It's absolutely fine. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess. But that's okay. That's what a rag's for. But I'll put this milk in and just kind of work it around until it's not too sticky, but it's going to turn loose from the bowl. And I think tonight for supper, all we're going to have some buttered biscuits. I'll probably cook some bacon and eggs, and we're going to use some of my pear preserves that I put up. Okay, see that's mixed up pretty good right there. Now, I'm going to put some flour on my wax paper right here, just to work the this into. Okay. Well, I don't roll mine out. Some people do, but I don't roll these. I sprinkle a little flour. And I just turn it in about 4 or 5 times. And just so it's not too sticky. Y'all, I tried that new app the other day that I got so I wouldn't have to, so I could pause my videos. Well, then people were saying it's too little. And it is too little. So I'm trying something else today. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna video this. And then when the biscuits come out of the oven, I'm going to, then I will make a picture of them. And hopefully I'll have the video and the picture on the same page. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Y'all, I have a Vienna sausage can that I used to cut biscuits, but today I'm going to use a glass to show you, because some of you may not know what Vienna sausages are. But that's about the size you want them. And I have just greased a pie pan. I wish I had a cast iron, one of those flat, kind of flat skillets. They're not skillets, but I would love to have one of those, and I'm gonna look for me one, find one, and that's what I'll cook them on. But I just keep dipping my glass in the flour so the biscuits won't stick. You want, or I like mine about 3/4 inches high, because my husband doesn't like tall biscuits. These are gonna be tall enough for him. If you want thicker biscuits, just make them where the dough, as you mash it out, is a little thicker. Okay, we're gonna put one in the middle. All right, now I've got enough right here that I can make a couple more. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the oven on 450 degrees, and I'm gonna check it in probably about 9 or 10 minutes and just see. But I want them golden brown. But, you know, biscuits are something that it's not hard to do. And there's 100 ways to make them. So I'm not saying my way is the best, but this is just the way I make them. And after they come out, I'm going to show you what they look like. And then we'll butter them and put some pepper preserves and bacon and eggs tonight. And it's going to be a good supper here. But thank you for joining me. And I'll tell you, we are working on something, and I'll let you know when it's ready. It's some more news that I want to bring to you. But y'all are so good to follow me and to share, and I appreciate it so much. And y'all, I just want to tell you that I do love each of y'all. I try to read every comment, and sometimes I can't, but I try my very best. Remember, y'all, always be salt and light, because people are really depressed at this time. There's a lot of sickness going on, but you be the salt and light and let them know Jesus loves them. Thank you so much.